This video is going to be a complete and honest review of Amazon FBA, and I'm not just gonna mention the good parts. I'm also gonna point out some of the less obvious disadvantages of the business model, so let's get started. Now just imagine this for a second. You're running a business where Amazon takes care of picking, packing, and shipping your orders, and even more than that, Amazon employees will take care of customer service. We're talking about shipping, returns, and many others. So they will literally take care of all of the hard work while you get to keep the profits. In other words, you are selling items on Amazon, which is one of the world's biggest marketplaces, if not the biggest one, and Amazon employees will take care of all of the hard work. It doesn't sound like a bad business model in theory, does it? Now, what you're gonna notice is that dropshipping is pretty similar to Amazon FBA to a certain extent. With dropshipping, what people typically do is they find very cheap items, most likely coming from Chinese suppliers, and then they try to resell them for a higher price on their own e-commerce store that you can build through Shopify, right? Let's just keep it simple. But when it comes to dropshipping, delivery time is a huge drawback. One thing you can do is have your supplier ship the item straight over to your customer, but if your supplier is in China and your customer is in the US, that is going to take an insanely long time, which leads to negative reviews because customers are not satisfied. Now, one thing you can solve that is by purchasing a certain amount of items in advance, but you need to have some sort of guarantee that you will actually sell those items and you will not just have leftover inventory that you cannot sell, so you've just spent money on some random items. That can actually happen. That's why you cannot really make a bulk purchase from the start, because you don't really know whether your product will actually sell or not. Once you've got some sales, you can make that bulk purchase and get the items to some sort of storage space and then handle the delivery yourself. But again, that's a lot of headache, isn't it? And Amazon FBA plans to solve that. And here's how they want to do it. The first part of the process remains the same. You're still browsing through AliExpress and Alibaba and all of these cheap suppliers looking for undervalued products that have a huge upside potential, right? Hopefully you can resell them for a higher price to an American market. That is the main idea here. So let's just say you find a winner. What you want to do up next is actually order a certain number of those products and ship them over to Amazon's warehouses. Ship them over to their fulfillment centers and they will take care of storing the items, packing them, getting them ready for the order, and also shipping them. In other words, you get to list your product on Amazon and their employees will take care of all of the hard work after that. So all you gotta do is maximize your chances of selling by having a great product listing, doing a great job with product selection, and advertising as well. Marketing will play a huge part in this whole process. But when it comes to the delivery, Amazon will handle that. That's why it's called fulfillment by Amazon. But here is what most people do not understand about Amazon FBA. First off, you cannot just pick a product at random and hope to sell it on Amazon. If you've never sold items online, you're just taking a huge risk. I mean, even if you only have to pay a couple dollars for the product. Take a look at this. Let's say that this is our winning product here, right? This is a car air freshener. It looks pretty cool. It's got some functionality to it, and we can purchase it for $3.6 each. If we get 100 of those, that's an investment of $366, right? However, you also gotta pay the shipping most of the times. In this case, it seems like it is free. What you're gonna do is ship the item straight over to Amazon's warehouse, right? Straight over to their fulfillment center, and then you should be good to go. But if these products don't actually sell, you're left over with a lot of inventory that is basically worthless right now. Nobody wants these products, you've just spent $366 on them, so you have just made a bad investment altogether. And that's one of the risks of Amazon FBA. Not only that, but competition is also a major concern. And this might actually be the biggest drawback. I'm literally going to copy the name of this product and show you that most likely other people are already selling it on Amazon. And I'm 100% sure of that. So let me just copy the name of the product, paste it right here, and search for it. And in a matter of seconds, you should be able to see that I was right. 168 results. Not all of them are identical, but most of them are literally the same exact product. And some of them are established sellers with hundreds of orders. 108 orders here and a great price. A very competitive one, 137. Here's another one with over 1,200 reviews. So your chances of standing out from the crowd with all of these listings are pretty slim. Even if you decide to spend extra and actually sponsor your content so that your product listing is displayed as one of the first search results, you still have to deal with competition. That's why product research needs to be done extremely well. And I'm talking about hours of research trying to find an undervalued product that is not yet sold by hundreds of other Amazon sellers. You need to be one of the first ones to sell it, right? That's gonna take some time. It is not impossible, but it certainly does require a lot of work. I'm pretty sure that you can also automate this process to a certain extent, and there might actually be software out there that will help you find new products. But at the end of the day, that is just something you need to keep in mind if you're considering starting your Amazon FBA business. Competition is a real concern. And also, there are some fees you need to pay as well. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. You see, the cost to sell on Amazon depends on your selling plan, product category, fulfillment strategy, and some other variables as well. And there are two main plans you can go for. You can either pick the individual one, where you would have to pay $1 per item sold plus some additional selling fees, and the professional one will cost you about $40 a month. Now, needless to say, the professional package has got some advantages, but I will let you guys look into that. And apart from the selling fees, there are also some fulfillment fees that you need to consider. If you want Amazon to do the fulfillment, then here's what you need to keep in mind. Depending on the size and the weight of your items, you do need to pay some extra cash. And I'm talking about $3 to $4 or even more than that sometimes, depending on the items you are actually selling. So you need to take a closer look at all of these fees and actually take those into account from the start when setting your prices. Remember, even if you can purchase the items off of AliExpress or Alibaba for a very low price, you still need to pay all of these fees. So you need to do the math right and choose the most suitable price. And even then, I can assure you there will be somebody out here with a better price than you. But now let's just say that we have done everything perfectly up to this point. So we have found a pretty cool product, the competition is not insane. We have taken into account all of these fees and all of these commissions, and we have set a perfect price for our product. Well, if you want to really make it, if you want to stand out from your competitors and sell that product, you can do it by maximizing on the marketing. Now, I'm not just talking about spending a bunch of money on paid ads. Now, it is true that you can start spending cash on Facebook ads or Google search ads and promote your products, but I do not necessarily think that is the most profitable way of doing it in 2022. It might have been back in 2017, but times have changed. And I think that the future of marketing is on TikTok, or not necessarily TikTok, but short videos. I'm talking about YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and all of that. And in order to prove that, take a look at these videos. I mean, this is the exact same product that we've just taken a look at, right? And this video on TikTok has over 400,000 views. They are not doing anything out of the ordinary. They are literally illustrating how the product works. That's how it's supposed to be used, right? You just place one of those inside and let it run. And this is a great example of organic marketing done right. It costs you about $0 to create one such video, and the upside potential is huge. We're talking about thousands upon thousands of people interested in your product who may want to purchase it as well. And I could keep scrolling here for ages. Now guys, if this is the first ever time you've heard about Amazon FBA, I do know that there is a lot of information to process. But if I were to start today and actually give it a try, here's what I would personally do. Again, I'm not gonna bore you with the technicalities, setting up your FBA account and all that stuff. You know how that works. And there are a lot of tutorials you can watch if you don't. I would really take my time to find a very cool product that I can purchase for a very low price off of AliExpress or Alibaba, and I would make sure there are less than 50 other sellers promoting it on Amazon. And that is quite a stretch. 50 is a pretty tough competition still. Now, once that is out of the way and the product has passed the first few filters, I would do my best to take full advantage of organic marketing. And I'm talking about recording as much content as humanly possible. All of these product review videos that are getting hundreds of thousands of views on TikTok. I would create a dedicated page, a TikTok theme page if you will, that is centered around this product with the link in its bio. And I would use that for traffic. I can assure you that at some point sooner or later, you will most likely get some sales. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of people. Somebody will purchase it. But as time passes, you're also getting data. Not only sales, but also information that you can reuse in order to make the sales process even more efficient. Some of your videos will rank up more than the others, so those might actually be suitable to use even as TikTok ads. So the next step in the process would be taking the best performer videos and using them as TikTok ads, where you basically pay TikTok in order to display these videos to their users, right? That is pretty self-explanatory. And think about it, the more sales you get, the more credibility you are building with your Amazon product listing. I mean, just put yourself in the customer's shoes for one moment. You're searching for an item on Amazon and there are so many results. Which one will you pick? I can assure you that most of you would go for the product with the most reviews, or at least the most positive reviews. I think this one is the winner. Not only that, bad, but it's got a great, very competitive price, right? But that is Amazon FBA in a nutshell. Now, as you might expect, in practice, it will be a little bit harder than that. There are all sorts of details that you need to keep in mind, but I still think that Amazon FBA can still be a profitable business model even in 2022 if done right, especially if you're taking advantage of organic marketing, perhaps influencer marketing as well, and you're doing your best to outcompete all of the other sellers. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.